John was a successful businessman with a perfect life, a beautiful wife, a high-paying job, and a lavish home. But one day, things started to unravel. He began experiencing inexplicable episodes of paranoia, convinced that someone was watching him. He became obsessed with conspiracy theories, spending hours researching and connecting dots that didn't exist. His behavior became erratic, and he alienated himself from his friends and family. As his paranoia grew, John's mental state deteriorated rapidly. He stopped going to work, neglected his personal hygiene, and lost touch with reality. He became convinced that his wife was plotting against him and that his colleagues were spies. He started hearing voices in his head, urging him to take extreme measures to protect himself. He became increasingly agitated, lashing out at anyone who tried to intervene. One night, in a fit of madness, John barricaded himself in his home, convinced that he was under siege. He started seeing hallucinations and became violent, smashing windows and destroying furniture. The police were called, and they tried to reason with him, but he was beyond reasoning. He armed himself with a knife, threatening anyone who approached. As the standoff continued, John's mind unraveled further. He became convinced that he was a superhero with special powers, and that he had to defend his home at all costs. He attacked the police, but was subdued and taken into custody. He was admitted to a psychiatric hospital, where he was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. Years passed, and John's condition deteriorated further. He became completely detached from reality, living in a world of his own delusions. His wife divorced him, and he lost his job and his home. He spent his days talking to imaginary friends and living out his superhero fantasies. In the end, John's descent into madness was complete. He was a shell of his former self, lost in a world of illusions and cut off from the outside world.